Boil bubbly and cook with me.
Okay guys, so today we're going to be cooking one of my favorite dishes. I created this dish. This dish didn't really come from my family, but it's a dish that I created and everybody loves this dish. This is my spicy garlic rice. So to make this dish, it's very simple ingredients. The only thing that you're going to need is your bell peppers in all colors. I use a half a bell pepper. We're going to use our hot pepper garlic sauce. We're going to use our Worcestershire sauce. We're going to use some roasted peppers. We're going to use some Cajun seasoning. We're going to use some original dash, garlic, cayenne pepper, season all, hot curry, ginger, lemon pepper, and our pure olive oil. Like I told you on the episode before, you can use extra virgin olive oil. I prefer that for all of my beginners. So, let's get started. For this dish, you're actually going to have to make your white rice the day before because you want your rice to dry out. You don't want no moisture on the rice. You cannot fry rice when it is moist or when it is when it's moist or when it's still swelling or when it's fresh. You cannot do it. So you cannot make up your white rice or put it in a rice cooker and then go into this fried rice dish. You literally have to make your white rice the night before. Make your white rice, put it in the pot that you made it in, cover it up, put it in your refrigerator, and tomorrow it will be ready to go. So I've already prepped the white rice already. That's going to be another episode where I teach you all how to make white rice from scratch because we all know that rice is actually very hard. But I already prepped the white rice, so get your white rice ready and we're about to make this spicy garlic rice. Okay, so first we're going to put our pan, and y'all know this is my favorite saute pan. It's a double burner pan. I told y'all already to go get you a double burner pan if you cook big meals. But if you cook small meals, it's just you or just maybe you and someone else, you can use a smaller one. So first we're going to put our oil in the pan, and we're just going to drizzle it. We're not going to fill the whole thing. We're just going to drizzle it for moisture. And then after we drizzle that, we're going to cut our burners on and we're going to immediately put them at medium. You're going to throw your veggies. First I'm going to put my onions right into the pot. Then I'm going to put my bell peppers in all colors. Yellow, orange, and red. And I'm going to drop those into the pot. Now you're going to stir these for maybe about 3 minutes so that they can start to caramelize and soften and take in that oil. Now, while those are cooking, you definitely want to have your rice on hand because as soon as this starts to saute and it starts to caramelize, we're going to throw our rice in and we're going to start frying. Yes. Oh. Okay, so as we're sauteing, you hear that oil getting hot. Of course, we're gonna sip on our bubbly. Because the second that we start to put the rice in this, where it all starts to happen fast, this is is where the magic happens. You can't be scared of it. You're gonna dive right into frying up this rice and making this rice so amazing. That's the sound that you want to hear. Now I'm gonna let this cook just a little bit longer because I have my pot on medium, because you do not want people to be eating your rice and you have hard, chunky vegetables in your rice. That is just absolutely a no-no. So you definitely want to use your judgment. I say anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your heat levels and what type of stove you have, electric or gas, because you definitely want these to be caramelized. You do not want to throw your rice in here when your vegetables are still really solid and really hard. The key is finesse. You always want to finesse your food. Make love to it. You never want to rush nothing. And I like to turn my pan because the heat gets hotter in certain parts. I have a gas stove, so when I turn, I give all my vegetables a chance to get that high level of heat. Okay, our vegetables are caramelized. Look how soft they're getting, and they're getting smaller, and your oil is starting to rise above your vegetables. That's how you know you have good caramelized veggies. So now we're about to go in with the fun stuff. We're going to go in with our rice. Now, you may not need this whole pot of rice, so you're going to measure it as you throw it in. You want to cover your whole pan. I'm going to use this whole thing of rice. This was actually the perfect amount of rice. This is 2 cups of white rice, jasmine rice. Okay. So as you get your rice in, you're going to break your rice up because it's been sitting and it's now dried out. So you're going to break it up first before you start to create the magic. Okay. So first, you want to go in with this one. The order does matter. You're going to go in with your liquids, and you're going to go in with your seasonings after. So first, I'm going to go in with my rice vinegar. This gives like a perfect little tang to your rice. It gives good moisture to the rice. You're going to sprinkle your rice vinegar right over top. Then I'm going to go in with my Worcestershire sauce, and you're going to give it a good amount of this all over the rice. Then I'm going to take my hot pepper garlic sauce, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top. You only need as much as you see in this pie. You don't need a whole lot of these peppers because they're hot. But if you like really, really spicy, then you can go hotter. And then I like to start to stir before I go further. Okay, now once you have mixed that up, you're going to go in with your roasted peppers. Ooh, I can't get my peppers open, so we got to get help to get this open. Can you open that? my God. So we got our roasted peppers. Open this before you get to this part. I know how to move fast in the kitchen, but everybody don't. You're only going to use a half a jar of your roasted peppers. And you're going to mix those in. Now we're going to put our rice on low heat. And we're going to add in our seasonings. I showed you all the seasonings that you need. You're just going to put a covering sprinkle of each seasoning. And I like to save my favorite, my hot curry, for last. Just sprinkle just a little bit of hot curry in it. We're going to go back to our Worcestershire sauce. We're going to put one more coating of Worcestershire sauce. And then you're going to take your sherry wine and drizzle through your rice. You're going to now stir all of this. You see those white pieces? You want to stir this until everything starts to turn brown. I'm going to cover this and let this cook. I'm going to raise my heat just a little bit, not back to medium. I was just on low so that I could season without burning. I'm going to raise it just a little bit between medium and low. And let it smother and let it cook. I'm going to come back in about 2 minutes and I'm going to stir again until I feel that it's nice and fried and it's ready. And then we have my spicy garlic rice. I'm so excited. Our rice is frying. We're going to stir. And this is a great dish where you can take some shrimp at this point and you can throw some shrimp in here, and the heat from the rice will cook the shrimp and it will just make this dish amazing. A lot of times that I serve this dish, I put shrimp in it. And then if I'm just serving just the rice with like a protein, then I won't put the shrimp in it. But if you just want this for dinner, throw your shrimp in it. Don't even put no seasoning on your shrimp. Just throw it right on into the rice. And the heat from the rice will cook that shrimp. The shrimp will be nice and tender, and you will have all the amazing flavors of this rice. Okay. So it's been about 5 minutes. The heat is between medium and low. And I stirred my rice. My rice is now all brown. There's no white pieces left in my rice, so therefore my rice is ready. This doesn't take long. You don't want to overcook it. You don't want to dry it out. You don't want to take the moist out of this rice. You want it to have that right consistency. When you can pile your rice like this in your pan, your rice is done. And this baby is done. Okay, so our spicy garlic rice is all done, and Rosa is coming to taste it. I have to really, even though I created this specific rice dish, I have to credit this one to my mother-in-law. My husband is West Indian. And I struggled with rice when I first started cooking because I came from a potato family. And she taught me how to cook rice, and I've just taken over the rice category ever since. So let's dig in. Let's move that fork. You don't want to mess up my beautiful rice.
It's hot. It's fresh.
I must have champagne while you do this.
Good flavor.
Yes.
Not too hot.
Yeah, see? I was, and I said to myself, he's talking too fast. Because that's the one that hits you. That was the one that hits you right in the back of that throat. Yeah.
That's a slow burn. That's different. This is like restaurant stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't get that slow burn at home.
Yes.
That's different. Ooh, I like that.
But we do it champagne and cuisine.
Mm-hmm. Throw a little chicken in here.
Yes.
You got a meal.
You put
right
that
here.
protein on the side. You put your veggie with this. Or like I said, you throw your shrimp in this. Don't season the shrimp. That's how amazing this rice is seasoned, because you don't even need to season anything you put into it.
Yeah.
Even if you was to put chicken in it and make it a chicken and rice dish, I wouldn't even put any seasoning. I would just soak my chicken, and I would just rub a little olive oil on my chicken, and I would dive my chicken right into this rice.
Good job. Yeah.
Yes. Cheers.